Dr. Ron Paul, Congressman from Texas, thank you so much for coming to the show.
Good.
You're a Republican presidential candidate. You raised $4.2 million on Monday alone. Smashed all the records. Elaborate on that. What do you...
Well, it is pretty amazing, especially because it was done by a single volunteer who decided that he'd get involved in politics. Never been involved in politics before.
Really?
Did this over the internet. Got 36 or 37,000 donors to come in and raise this 4.3 million. 20,000 new people, came online for us. So it goes to show, that the people are pretty darn upset with what's going on and pretty receptive to my analysis of why we're having trouble and what we should do. And that pleases me because, it's something I've been working on for 30 years.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "Those who give up essential liberties for temporary security deserve neither liberty nor security." Why has the modern Republican Party strayed so far from this advice?
I guess they forgot to read that history, and I guess they don't believe it, even if they did read it. But I think it's such a true statement. I talk in all my meetings that you don't and you shouldn't have to give up any individual liberty in order to be safe. For instance, if we'd have had a better understanding about, say, the Second Amendment on 9/11, that safety comes from freedom, and responsibility. Airlines should have assumed responsibility and maybe had protection in their cockpit.
Do you feel that there should come a certain point where Americans should have a legitimate reason to support impeachment of this president, as the Constitution stipulates?
I think it deserves investigation. And
yes.
The other day I did vote, to have the judiciary, look into the impeachment of Dick Cheney.
Your fellow Republicans in Congress increased government spending by 75%, you estimate. How do conservatives have any fiscal legitimacy going into the 2008 election other than yourself?
Very little, I'll tell you. And yet they are, right now the Republicans are out of control of the House and they're back criticizing the Democrats for being big spenders. But when we had our chance, we didn't prove ourselves. We were supposed to be for smaller government. We created a new department. We expanded the Department of Education. We expanded health care, with prescription drug programs. We expanded regulations through Sarbanes-Oxley. And of course, we got ourselves into this no-win catastrophic war that we're involved with now. So they don't have a whole lot of credibility. And I think that's why we didn't do very well last year.
Yeah.
And that's why, unless we change our way, I'm predicting we're not going to do very well next year either.